You were in Calgary a decade ago. You were probably swept up in Flames mania. Martin Gelinas, a big reason why. So many people were excited. So many people flooding the Red Mile. Marty joining us this morning to help mark the 10th anniversary of that improbable run to the Stanley Cup final. The Flames within one win of winning the Cup that year. Martin, thank you for coming in. And we were just chatting about this while Dave was doing traffic, how the city rallied so much around the 04 team because it was a blue-collar, hard-working team.
Absolutely. You know, we barely made the playoff. We finished with 94 points, and I think Nashville had 91 points. But the fact that we squeaked in and we worked really hard for 21 games to get there, and after that, it just kind of snowballed. We had a hard-working team. Really no star beside. We had three guys, Iggy, Kipper, and Connie, that really made a difference as players. But it was just a teamwork and really a blue-collar team.
Yeah, blue-collar team indeed. And the team must have rallied behind the support that you guys knew was behind you guys, right?
Absolutely. You know, fans make a big difference, and I think we have probably the greatest fan here in Calgary. And that playoff run where nobody was expecting us to win, to beat Vancouver. We had a great team with the Sedin, Bertuzzi, the list went on and on, Naslin. We went there in Game 7, won in overtime. It was incredible.
Talk about, we're going to roll the video here of you scoring that overtime winning goal. Apparently Jerome McGinley had quite the speech before the overtime. What was he saying to you guys in the dressing room?
You know, I'm glad you brought it. When they tied the game and just before we went into overtime, you know, we were disappointed and upset and deflated a little bit. And Iggy, after 5 minutes of guys having their heads down, went around the room and said, you know, if 2 months ago someone would have said, you're going to be in Game 7 and have a chance to win and advance to the second round, we would have been thrilled. And you know what, from that point on, it just, people picked up and faces and guys said, okay, let's get it done. And sure enough, we did.
And you were the guy that scored the winner in that series. And then you started to get the nickname the Eliminator because if we roll the Detroit goal now, you scored this one kind of a similar fashion, kind of Johnny on the spot, right?
Yeah, you know what? This I tell people, I said most people could score the goals that I score because they're tap in or hit my skate or pads. But the reality is we had Iggy that was really going, Connie, and I was just there to collect loose change.
You're being very humble here. There you go, the bench celebrating. Darryl Sutter was head coach, of course, back then. Okay, and you have said this many times, and you must have been asked so many times. Okay, so you beat San Jose, you go to the final, you can beat Tampa, you score a goal that doesn't count. How many times have you been asked about that?
You know, many times. It still hurts to think about it because it would have been awesome. After 10 years, people still talk about the run. It would have been nice to have something to show for it. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But when I drove the net and hit my skate, and I thought right away, that puck is in.
Yeah.
But that puck is going the other way. I got to chase it back. My personality is pretty tame, and I just chased the puck back. If I had to do it all over again, I would have been jumping up.
The angle that shows it just crossing the line, right there. Over the line.
And this is what happened. It happened so quick.
Yeah.
And then the puck's going the other way, and then I got to chase it back. So if I had to do it all over again, I would have had my arms up and celebrating
to the goal, right?
and then chasing back.
You must reminisce when you get together with, you know, Craig Conroy. Obviously, you see him still, and you must. Like when you get together with the guys over dinner or whatever, you guys must talk about that.
No, absolutely. Every time you go to battle and you go for 2 months of putting your body and sacrificing and winning, there's a bond that's created. And every time you go for dinner, you talk about it. And it's a great time. And pretty fortunate I was part of that team, and pretty fortunate it did happen here in Calgary because it's an unbelievable city for that.
Yeah, I don't think the city's going to forget it, that's for sure. Martin Gelinas, thank you so much for coming in this morning, sharing your memories. Wow, it's been 10 years.
I know, it goes quick, doesn't it?
We're getting old, man.